I'm Meghan Schiller from KDKA-TV News, and this is your KDKA News Now update. I've got your top headlines and the latest weather. There have been questions and concerns about the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium after 5 animal deaths over the last 7 months. Those deaths led to questions about the care of the animals, and today, zoo leadership addressed those concerns. Chris Hoffman reports.
According to the zoo, they're making more public announcements about the zoo and its animals, and that does include death announcements. Until recently, they never really did this. Now, as for the cluster, zoo leaders say there is no connection between all these deaths. Since last July, Kovu the red panda, Kit the lion, Mariti a gorilla, Suni an elephant, and Hawk the sea lion all have died. It's raised concerns about if anything is going on.
The numbers are nothing to be alarmed about, that we have not changed anything, that the care our animals get is still top-notch.
Zoo president and CEO Dr. Jeremy Goodman says the zoo's death numbers are in line with national averages. Nonprofit American Humane concurs. Albeit it's unusual to see a cluster, it's just a tragic situation. Kovu, Mariti, and Hawk were all older, with the latter two dying while they were put under to diagnose the problem.
So oftentimes that is the only way that we can get our hands on them to diagnose things, to do physical exams.
Each year, the zoo does about 125 to 175 procedures under anesthetic, and 1 to 2 will have complications. Kit died after a medical procedure to deal with a blockage, and Suni died after contracting a disease all elephants are born with, for which there is no cure, no vaccine, and has an 85% mortality rate.
There are supportive measures that we can do to help them fight it, which we did, and she fought long and hard for over a week.
As the zoo is working to get back its Association of Zoos and Aquariums accreditation, these losses are not expected to impact it. The zoo wants visitors to understand their staff cares for each animal and mourns each loss.
We wanted transparency, but transparency without context is very difficult and can lead to some false assumptions.
The zoo has about 8,000 animals, and about 15 to 25 mammals will die each year. Now, in the Pittsburgh Zoo is the oldest male northern sea otter and the second oldest polar bear that's in human care. Outside the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium, Chris Hoffman, KDKA-TV News.
A popular program honoring military veterans in Westmoreland County is set to expand. As Shelley Bortz reports, the Janette American Legion Post 344 plans to raise many more banners featuring portraits of local heroes.
The first thing that stands out to visitors of Janette is the banners like this one, featuring portraits of local heroes that hang on the street lamps throughout downtown Janette. Now, even more veterans will be honored throughout the city streets.
I think it's amazing.
As you drive up and down Clay Avenue, the banners of military hometown heroes line either side of the street. A noble tradition, business owner Clay Pinkerton says, makes him proud to live in Janette.
I always look at them whenever I'm driving past, and it's a great way to remember the people who have fallen or veterans that dedicated themselves to this country.
American Legion Post 344 has raised some 100 banners already, memorializing local service members, with the desire to add even more. With a recent nod from City Council, the Legion announced it will add another 100 banners to sections of Lowry and Harrison Avenues, in addition to Division, 2nd and South 5th Streets.
We've always, cared about one another here in Janette. And like I said, I think, they should be honored more and brought to light a little more.
The Legion has had an overwhelming interest from veterans and their families, which encouraged them to expand the program. Those who apply must have spent half their life in Janette if they aren't currently a resident.
Janette has always had a real small hometown feel, and I think them honoring the veterans, I think everybody will enjoy, appreciate seeing that.
The American Legion is now accepting applications for the banners. The price is $180 to install. In Janette, Shelley Bortz, KDKA-TV News.
And now here's First Alert meteorologist Ray Petlin with a look at your weather.
Well, today, beautiful day, sunshine, very warm temperatures, but this is going to help lead to the potential of some stronger storms tomorrow. What we have is a warm front lifting in, and with that warm front tomorrow, it could touch off some stronger type storms. So we're going to see that pushing in mid to late morning. So through the morning, these storms are going to be developing. This also sets us up for that warmer air, the few more ingredients in the atmosphere that could lead to some stronger storms into the later parts of the day as well. So we're going to get a couple waves waves of these storms cutting through. So tomorrow's a first alert weather day on the basis that we could have some gusty winds and hail with some of these storms that develop. Wednesday, this is when the cold front comes in. That cold front is going to spark up some thunderstorms, some gusty thunderstorms in the morning and into the early afternoon. But I think by the time we're getting into mid-afternoon, the cold front's going to be sliding through, and this is going to set up the potential for this to end as snow. So quite a drop in temperatures is going to happen very quickly Wednesday. This also sets us up for some potentially big-time winds. So Wednesday is also a first alert weather day. So we have two first alert weather days on the way when it comes to tomorrow and then again on Wednesday with the storms and the big drop in temperature. So we get thunderstorms and the potential of snow all in the same day. Quite a day coming up for the middle of the week. Now you can see tomorrow we're going to have some gusty winds. These are going to be the less gusty of the next 2 days. Once we get into Wednesday, those wind gusts closer to 40 miles per hour, potentially higher. Sometimes these models underdo the wind potential that we're looking for, and it's going to stay quite gusty right on through Wednesday, and then those winds will start to lighten up into Thursday. Now, when it comes to what we have right now, temperatures in the mid-60s here in Pittsburgh, mid-50s to upper 50s up north. Very warm setup across the region, and currently we have that 64 degrees, south winds, clear skies, beautiful night, but we're going to be mixing in some clouds as the night continues. So we're going to turn partly cloudy, but it will stay quite mild through the night with temperatures down into the mid-40s. Then tomorrow's highs will make it back to the mid-60s, but again, tomorrow's the first alert weather day. We have the rain, the thunderstorms, breezy conditions, and those thunderstorms could be pushing out some hail as well. Wednesday, our next first alert weather day. So back-to-back days here. Temperatures again in the mid-60s, but falling later in the day. We could have some snow to end this thing. And then Thursday, Friday, we'll see a quieter setup. But Thursday's the coldest of the whole week because our temperatures go back up quickly. Close to 70 by Sunday of next week, and still there Monday, both of these days with sun.